Hello viewers, I would want you to pay particular attention as we are trying to resolve this blood group system question that came in 2024 biology. So I'm going to give tips that you can't miss in this particular session. So question 5 reads, Table 5 is incomplete table showing blood groups, antibodies, and antigens. So this table has been given here with blood group A, group B, group AB, blood group O. And the first question, which is A, is saying complete the table by filling in spaces. Okay, so would you like to fill in the spaces? Now, I want to make your life easier. Basically, we have the concept. Whenever the blood group systems are concerned, we have blood group A, we have blood group B, we have blood group AB, and then we have blood group O. So I want to rectify the problem where you have challenges in identifying the antigen and antibody. It's a very simple task. How do you know an antigen and how do you know the antibodies? So let me write it well. We are talking about how do you identify an antigen and how do you differentiate an antibody? Okay, so an antigen, the antigen of a particular blood group is the same blood group. What do I mean? Blood group A has an antigen A. Blood group B has an antigen B. Blood group AB has both A and B antigens. And then blood group O has no antigen. So what is an antigen? An antigen is more like an identity. Okay. So how are we going to identify that this is blood group A is when we see an antigen A. So this is simple. Whenever you are talking about an antigen, just know that an antigen is an identity. So the identity of something is, you just look at it. Blood group A, it's A. Blood group B, it's B. Blood group AB, it's AB. Then blood group 0, we can call it O, is blood group 0 because it doesn't have an identity. If it doesn't have an identity, then we're going to call it doesn't have an antigen because an antigen is an identity. So what I've written here, in case people are not seeing, it's no antigen. No antigen. So whenever we are talking about antibodies and antigen, these are corresponding. Antigens are found on the surface of a red blood cell. Antibodies are found within the plasma. So with antibodies, it's just the opposite. Okay? If blood group A is having an antigen A, then its antibody is B. Because we only have A antigen and B antigen, then we have A as well as B antibodies. So if an antigen is A, then immediately the antibodies are B. Then if it is antigen B, then it's A. If it is AB, whenever ABs are all together, then here it's 0. Okay? And then with the blood group 0, it has both A and B antibodies. This is simple. Very, very simple. So now let's fill the blanket. Let's fill the blank spaces that have been provided on top there. So how are we going to fill the blankets? We are talking about blood group A. Its antibodies in the plasma is going to be B. You understand? Because its antigen should be A. Okay, they made a mistake in this paper. So if we're talking about blood group A, the antibodies in the plasma should be B. Then antigen in the red blood cell should be A. So it should be corrected. There was a mistake there. Okay. Then whenever we are talking about blood group B, its antibodies in the plasma are A. but the antigen in the red blood cell is B, because an antigen is an identity. So an antigen determines the blood group. Okay, so here they made the mistake. Otherwise, antibodies in the plasma, it's B. And then we have another situation which is having blood group AB. The antibodies in the plasma, because antigen is having A and B. So here the antibodies in the plasma, just write no antibodies. Okay, that's basically it. So blood group AB and blood group O share a common thing. Blood group O doesn't have an identity, which is it doesn't have antigens, but blood group AB, it has the identity which is A and B, but it doesn't have antibodies. These are things that you are supposed to give. So let's go to question B. What is question B requiring of us? Using a genetic diagram, explain why is it possible for parents with blood group A for husband and blood group B for the wife to have a child with blood group O. So this is simple. So what you are going to do is you need first of all to understand the alleles that are involved in the blood groups. Let me write it well. We have terms we call alleles. Blood group A can be made from different alleles. The first allele is it can be made from AA, or it can be made from AO. Okay. Why? Because A and B alleles, they are codominant. Okay, they are codominants. But the O is a recessive. How about blood group B? Blood group B can have alleles of B, O, B, then O allele. And then with the blood group O, it can only have alleles of the kind O. There is nothing like A, O to become O, because O is a recessive gene. So someone can only have blood group O when they are heterozygous. Okay. So what do I mean by heterozygous? I'm saying when you make the cross match, when you cross these kind of alleles with this kind of alleles, it's impossible to get this kind of results. Okay, because the expressions A and B are going to be dominant. But when you get the heterozygous alleles, what do I mean? We have another pair of alleles that can be used to produce the blood group O. And these heterozygous alleles are what have remained. AO and BO can produce O. So, what are we going to do? As always, in biology, you need to state clearly. So, we are going to start with parental phenotype. Parental phenotype, we have male who is A, and then female, or you can put wife, who is having B. I would recommend you use these which are in the group. So just put husband here on top. Let me just laugh. Husband, and then we have a wife here. So this is the phenotype, meaning outward expression. These are the normal blood groups of these parents. And then we're going to look at parental genotype. Parental genotype, for us to produce OO, we want to show the possibility of producing OO. So parental genotype, we are going to have the parents, this one need to express with this, and then this other one need to express with this. Okay. So that when we are doing the cross matching, okay, allele expression, we always, the first with the with the third one. So this is going to be A, B, and then this one with the last one, we are going to have A, O. Then we are going to cross this one with this one, we are going to have B, because B is dominant. So it cannot be expressed, or it cannot be, or cannot be expressed first over B. And then we are going to have the last pair of parallel, which is this one by this one, and this one we are going to get it because they are all O. So when we are looking at the offspring, this is offspring genotype, offspring genotype. But when we look at the offspring phenotype, we are going to produce the results as AB is going to be blood group AB. Then this one is going to be blood group A. Then this one is going to be blood group B. But this one is going to be shown as O. So this is the possibility of this couple having this particular, having a child who was O. And the possibility is that we have 4 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the probability is 1/4, which is this couple have 25% of having a child with blood group O. This is basically it. If you are not following me, you are missing a lot in biology, biochemistry, in physics, and other natural sciences, mathematics. So please follow me so that you don't miss any content.